Kakamega County has a budget this current year of 14.8 billion. So, and they're supposed to serve about 2 million projected population, 52% of which are women and 48% who are men. So, in this assessment, we looked at the controller of budget reports, the quarterly reports. We also looked at the Auditor General's report, and we looked at the county budget review and outlook papers. So all these documents contain some implementation information that was useful in enhancing our research and assessment in this credibility work. So on an overall picture of how the budget performance in Kakamega County was, based on the PEFA formula that was presented earlier, it is called a D at 79% average. Okay? So over the 4 years that were assessed, 2014-15, 15-16, 16-17 and 17-18, overall absorption for both recurrent and development accounted for 79% of the budget. For recurrent expenditure, the overall absorption was 89%. Okay? If you use that PEFA formula, 89% is, I think, C, because it's between 85% and 90%. It moved from 77% in the first year, went to 90% in 2015-16, went to 86% in 2016-17, and went up to 97% in 2017-18. The development expenditure overall average was 69%. Okay. A D based on PEFA assessment. 2014-15, it was at 67%, went to 70%, went up to 70%, also went up to 77%, but had quite a significant decline in 2017-18 from 77% to 61%. One of the most consistent reasons given for lack or those underspending is delayed disbursement from exchequer releases. So the money that is coming from the National Treasury comes in a pattern that does not inspire a lot of absorption at that level. So we compared the balances carried forward for each financial year against how much absorption is for that particular year. And just to highlight, there is seemingly a relationship between how much is absorbed against how much is carried forward. In this sense, that for a year that had a low absorption, the amount of money that was carried forward was also equally high, right? So, for example, in the first year, in 2014-15, where the average absorption was 73%, the balances carried forward in that financial year to the next financial year was 20%. Okay? So the absorption went up in the following year to about 80%. So when the absorption went up from 73% to 80%, the balances carried forward went down from 20% to 13%, meaning a lot of money was used within the financial year, or challenges in absorption. And I think the most outstanding one that is relevant to the health sector is that the spending at the line ministries, if you give the health sector resources, you allocate funds to them, those resources are supposed eventually to be spent by the respective health facilities. But how the health facilities spend that amount is under their discretion. They are not controlled at that ministry, or at least that's the response I got from Kakamega County. Such that you have allocated resources meant for preventive and promotion coverage, and some other resources for curative. But if you take to the health center, to a health facility that decides we feel like paying electricity or buying a lab machine, it's entirely under their discretion, such that if they are reporting back on how the resources were utilized, it will not match the way it was disbursed. All right, because these resources are used either on preventive. If you want to use all of it on curative, use it on all of it on curative. If you want to pay salaries with all of it, you pay salaries with all. So that eventually, when you're reporting that implementation, you cannot match how the allocation was against how the expenditure is.
Preventive and promotive program, like they don't have regulation.
Yes.
Once the funds is dispersed, they decide on
how they use the resources. Yeah.
So it means that due to lack of regulation, it will contribute to this kind of
and also contribute to the lack of achieving the set out.
The setup, yes.
So what is there anything being done about that?
The health sector working group for Kakamega County has the guys from Treasury and from health sector and from planning. So what they were doing, I think this was, I think 2 weeks ago, I was invited for that health sector working meeting, is to try and harmonize the plans that are coming from the national, from the county treasury to the health sector and also health sector to the line ministries, such that the line ministries becomes part of the conversation, so that as you set a target or a budget saying that 20% of your budget will go to preventive, that is informed by the needs in the facilities, so that these discrepancies are bridged to some extent. Yeah.
Is there any relationship, especially on the development budget, which is fairly low in and the size of the projects? I'm starting to, so the argument has been that procurement is a problem. The bigger the project, the more difficult it is to procure. So did you find any reasoning provided that shows that it's actually because a county has many big projects? So Kakamega has big projects. That's why there's a lot of low absorption and carryover. Or is it that they have too many small projects, as is the case in another county where it's actually that the projects are so small that they can actually not be actualized. So no money actually is spent because the project is impossible to implement, but it cannot be removed from the budget.
So now the documents I used have the breakdown up to the program level. The projects are not specified on which, and actually there is no mention about the size of the project affecting implementation. Yes, I've not seen that. So I guess if that was significant for Kakamega County, perhaps it would have come up at some point. Again, the information is not provided for that.
I think the next level of budget, the study, might need to really unpack that piece. Those two arguments seem to conflict. Either the projects are too small, cannot be actualized, so the money is just rolled over year after year without the public being told that this thing will never materialize. Or it's too big, and therefore the procurement process just is endless.
In the years where we are after election or within the election, the absorption is quite low. 2013, the absorption is quite low, and 2017 as well, the absorption also seems to be very low, which is the time where either most of these projects are done, in a hurry, or could also mean that nothing is being done.